Hey everybody, it's Susie. Welcome back to my craft room. Okay, I have recorded this video once already today, and as y'all know, I'm in South Carolina, and we've had the effects from the hurricane coming through here. So we've had lots of rain and wind and just funky weather. Anyway, I made the video and I've tried to upload it, but my internet has been in and out all day. And so it'll try to upload and then I lose internet, and then it tries to upload and I lose internet. Anyway, by the time they finally got my internet problem fixed and it went to upload, it said the file was corrupt. So I don't know how it gets corrupt or what happens with that. But anyway, today we're going to start our 3 and 15, or like I kind of told y'all, to be like more like 9 in an hour or 9 and 60, because we are like 8 weeks behind, and so we're going to try to catch up a little bit. And so I've gone rogue on Dee Dee, and that doesn't surprise her. She knows I'm kind of out there anyhow. And so she sent me a message when she saw that I was doing this, that I'd made her laugh because I went from 3 to 15 to 6 and 9, or 9 and 60, or whatever it is. Anyway, so she got a good laugh out of it. So I want y'all to pick whatever papers you want. They can be coffee dyed papers. They can be a kit. They can, be scrapbook paper, whatever you want to use. Just use whatever you have. Magazine, images, I mean, anything. Just pick anything that you want to use. I'm actually using some kits. And so this particular kit is from Studio 28. And so these are the 3 little tucks envelopes that we're going to make. These are the window envelopes that I told you that we were going to use. And I told you we're going to use 6. Well, this is parts of 2 of them. And this came off of here. And I'm going to show you how to make that. And then this is the bottom off of one of them. Well, it really was. Or maybe it was another one. I don't know. Anyway, this is what we're going to be making today. So let's get everything ready to go, and I hope y'all found some window envelopes. If you didn't, it's not a problem. I'm going to show you kind of a way around that. Now, what our goal is to create 3 of the same items within 15 minutes. Well, I don't happen to have a timer going right at the moment. I guess I could try to set one to see if we can make it, which I'm sure that we're not going to make it, because I'm going to show y'all some alternate things that we can do. So, let me try to set this real quick. Okay, so what this envelope is, and you can use any envelope, seriously. I mean, here's a big window envelope. Here's one with a funky long window in it. This one's kind of a standard one that you get. This one has absolutely no window in it. This one's kind of a regular one. This one's got 2. So, I mean, look, this one's got a little funky piece over here. So, whatever you have, just, grab envelopes and let's get going. All right. So on this first envelope, what we're going to do, and we're going to kind of do this mask making, so I'm just going to grab, 3 envelopes out the pile. How about those? And so what we do is we take our bottom of the envelope. Well, first of all, we need to seal our flaps. Everybody seal your flaps down. You can use glue stick. You can use, regular glue. You can use, chewing gum, whatever you want to stick them down with. Be all right. So I'm going to use glue stick just for the purpose because, I'm trying to get these done in a hurry. If y'all have been with me long, you know that I don't use glue stick unless I'm sewing. Well, I don't have any intentions of sewing these, but I'm not going to put them in a journal that's been sewn either. So I'm not going to, say that they are sewn. I'm not going to, I'm not going to have to say that my pages are sewn or my embellishments are sewn or anything. So we're just going to go ahead and glue these flaps down. And that's that. All right. For this first one, we are going to cut the edge off of the envelope so that we can use it for a tuck. Let's see. I don't want to do that like that, I guess. Or no, we can just leave it like that because you can still use it. No, we have to cut it. Have to cut it open. Okay. I'm back on track. Sorry, y'all. I got sidetracked for just a second. And I mean, I guess we could use it. No, we couldn't use it that way. It has to go that way. Okay. Like I said, just whatever envelope you have. It doesn't matter. We will make it work. But we're going to cut that one edge off that's closest to the window. And, you know, you just need to trim. I know y'all can't really see this because it's way over here. But because I'm gluing, I want my mat here. But I'll show you what I did. That's what I trimmed off, that little bitty tiny piece. You know, just enough to open this envelope up. And the reason we glued down that flap is to reinforce the envelope. And on this particular one, we're cutting it on the other side. I think most of the time we'll be cutting it on the side with the flap to get it in there. So, you know, it doesn't matter. But anyway, you know what? Let me grab an envelope that doesn't have a window in it so that we can see how to do that. All right, now if you have an envelope that you've already opened and it's kind of a mess, not a problem. Just glue your parts down. You know, even if it's, you know, all scraggly and raggedy, you know, just use some glue and glue them down. You might have to not use a glue stick. I'm not sure how well this is going to work out, but we're going to try it. You know, because you're not going to see the back. You know, once it's down on your piece, you're not going to see the back. And this one I opened up by slitting it. So, you know, that's going to actually be perfect. Now, I can choose for this to go this way, or I can choose for this to go this way. You know, whatever. See, I even have made a mess over here. So, I think what I'm going to do, and we're going to cover this, so it's not going to matter what that looks like. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take, let's say, assume you have a window. You're going to take this and fold it, you know, maybe, let's say that'd be about half, maybe about 3/4 of the way up. I think Dee Dee said to go about halfway inside the window, but the windows I have found out are all like different. So you just kind of want to judge how big this pocket's going to be. Okay, and so then we're going to take this piece and fold it like from the corner, not to here, but like kind of towards the middle. And it's okay if it hangs over a little bit because we're fixing to cut this piece off, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing. I just want to check, make sure all this is glued down pretty good. And it's not. Let me stick a little piece of glue in there. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. And so now I want to fold this end up. No, I want to slit this off first. I can just show you right here on camera. I don't have to have a thing because I'm just, you know, it doesn't matter if it's exactly even or not. Don't stress over the little stuff. Seriously. I mean, enjoy. Have a good time. Okay, so now that's able to open and be used as a pocket. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it, you know, it's about halfway up the window, I guess. That might be a little too big. I'm going to take that down just a little bit, maybe to right there. And this one, by the way, let me show you this, has a hole in it. So I just want to go far enough to cover up that hole so that that hole doesn't rip anymore. So the hole goes to right here, so I want to make sure I cover that up to like right there. Okay? And then I'm going to take, and it doesn't matter whether you fold this corner or whether you fold this corner. You can, you know, do them both ways. It doesn't matter. And so just, you know, grab one, and from the corner, whichever corner you're using, see, this one's going that way, and I'm doing this one that way. So from, you know, you kind of want to make that like that. And fold that down, and this will be, you know, like even over here, which you want it to be, okay? So now I'm going to take this one that, this one's already cut open, and this flap right here is not glued down very good, so let's try to get that down a little bit better. Okay, and now I'm going to fold this up. I don't like that end. I mean, I don't like this end, so I'm going to fold this up like that. Let's go about higher on this one, right about there. Okay, and then I'm going to fold, let's see. No, I'm going to cut that off, so that we won't go this way. Because, see, this is bad, so I was trying to figure out how to fold it, so because we're fixing to cut these pieces off. And since this is bad, I wanted to take that piece off. There we go. So now I've got all these three folded, and we're doing this kind of assembly line style because you get a whole lot more done if you're not just doing one single piece at a time. And just cut those little pieces off like that. I didn't do that exactly straight. it's really okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. And you save all your little scraps in case we want to use them later. Dee Dee said we might use them later. Uh-oh, look, that's going to not cover that. Let's fold it this way. Well, that's not going to cover it either. All right, let's go up a little bit more then. See if that'll do it. Yep, that'll do it. So see, if you have something, you can make it work. You know, I mean, don't worry if, you know, if it's not all perfect. It's okay. Nobody knows what it's supposed to look like but you know. And it looks really good. Now, see, this one didn't even go all the way down, but that's okay, you know. However it is, you just don't want to go to the corner with it. You want to have this, where this is kind of at a point, and then you have a little bit over here. And you'll see why in a few minutes. So now I'm going to open this up. And whenever you're cutting, for people who don't know, if you have paper that's open on one side and has a folded edge on the other, if you'll cut towards the fold, your paper won't kind of get cattywampus, and you won't have what I had right here where where you can see the back page in front of the front page. It just, I don't know why it does, but it just does. Okay, so now we have our pieces like that. And we want to make a piece to fit in here, under here, so you can see it in the window. So I'm going to pick from this paper. I brought in some papers, and I know y'all are going to know whose papers they are. And right now, my mind is an absolute complete blank, so I can't tell you for sure. That would be pretty in there, wouldn't it? All right, let's do that. So I'm just going to kind of mark it, maybe. Yeah, let's mark it right there. I'm going to trim that off. I know I'm off camera again. Yeah, off camera, but I can't help it. I need my little cutting mat right now. And it doesn't have to be that long, just enough, to fit right in here. So you don't have to cut that much off. Wait, let me show you that again. It only needs to be that long, okay? And it only needs to be, your design really kind of only needs to be the width of your window. However, if at some point you're going to use a thumb hole, you're going to want it to, look nice up here. In this one that I made earlier, this one, it's hard to get that open. And so I am going to put a thumb hole in this one. Because oh, this is the side one. Is this the top one? This is the top one, yeah. Okay, okay. Now I can't get in either end. Here it is. See, I can't hardly get in there. So I'm just going to take my little circle punch, if I can. And if I can't, well, then I'm in trouble. And I can't. So I guess I'll just use some scissors and cut that in a little bit. So anyway, back to cutting my page. Sorry, I got going down a rabbit trail, but I'm trying to share what I can, as I can, with y'all, so you'll kind of know. All right, I didn't really need to cut that big, but I did, so let's go with it. All right. Okay, and that'll fit in there like that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I'm kind of doing this backwards from what Dee Dee did. She actually covered her outside first, I think, and then put this in there. But, if I'm going rogue on her, I might as well go completely rogue, right? So I'm just going to put some glue down because you want this attached really good. This is not meant to be a journaling card. It's just meant to be a decoration behind your window. All right, and now I'm going to attempt to put this in here nice and neat. Once I get it kind of placed in there, I'm sorry about that, y'all. Once I get it placed in there, I'm going to mash it down real good so it stays, and that's how that looks glued in. So now I want papers from the same collection because they'll match. And then I'm going to, this is the top. I want to take and, I guess it really matters, does it? All right, let's start on this side first. And I want to tear this like right here. And I want to only tear it down far enough because we're going to cover this. And you can cut this. You can measure and have a nice clean cut if you want to. But I'm going to tear it because I want that torn look. And you only want to go down as far as, and I actually tore that wrong. I should have just torn it. No, that's right. Okay, and you only want to go that far. Just, you know, just enough to cover the edge of this. And then not quite to the end here. You want to stop, you know, when you get to right about there. Okay, so we're going to try to do that. See how successful I can be. Oh, wait, tearing the wrong way. I think that's pretty close. Maybe a little bit more. And how far you go is going to depend on the envelope, you know, where your window sits in the envelope. Okay, and then we're going to tear down to that length right there. And that's, and you don't need to go, you know, really past this right here because you're not going to see it. This is going to be closed up. So just go somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay, now this piece is going to be glued on right there. And this is still a little bit big, so I'm going to tear a little bit more of that off, I think. And it does not need to be perfect, not even close to perfect. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to ink this just to stress it a little bit. Now on the sunflower ones I did earlier, I had a new distress ink called Brush Corduroy, and I thought it looked fabulous with that particular kit. On this one, I'm just using the regular Vintage Photo, and you're not going to see this, so it's really not important to do that. And we're going to ink all around the edges, so you don't have to do that. We're really just kind of worrying about this right now, this torn part, to make it look kind of aged. Okay. All right, so now, well, see, we didn't even get one done in 15 minutes. I knew this wasn't going to work well, but I'm talking too much. So y'all just need to say, Susie, shut up. This might end up being 15 in an hour. I mean, 15. Listen to me, 3 in an hour, the way I'm going. But I'm trying to explain everything so that, you know, you kind of get it. And, you know, work through whatever little issues you kind of have. There you go. And so, isn't that pretty? So now I'm going to take and tear a piece off to go right here. And we don't need to cover this because it's, well, we're going to have to tear that down pretty far, actually. So let's tear this down. And it probably would have helped if I prepped ahead of time so that I would have had all this ready when y'all got here. Or when I, you know, did this. But I wanted to show you, you know, in real time, doing real things. I think that's plenty far, okay? And I'm just gonna ink this real quick. And I'm sorry I'm inking on camera. I try not to do that, but because I didn't prep in advance, you know, y'all kind of have to see a little bit of it. All right. So now I'm going to glue this piece down. I can tear this off some. Okay. Okay. See, if you don't tear your pieces like real close to where they're supposed to be, you know, then you end up taking up a lot of your window space. So keep that in mind. This is a huge window, so I don't much care. All right, and then I need to put just a little piece down here. That fits. Let's just do that. So I'm telling you, using your scraps, whatever's in your scrap bin is perfect. You know, if you want to do a Christmas paper theme, you know, do that. Just, you know, do you. And so I'm just going to ink this because you'll see some of this. Okay, so yep, that'll be perfect. So I'm going to glue that down. Got that still a little bit too long right there. Wait, wrong way. Yeah, keep your directions, you know, of your papers if you have, you know, papers that need to go in a certain direction so your words aren't upside down and all wonky like that. Okay. So that's how that is going to look. Now you can absolutely use like a contrasting piece right here so that you can tell that it's a pocket. And I think I'm going to use like this part of the label. So I'm going to kind of trace around that. I know that's cheating, right? Okay. Is that going to be right? That's going to be right. Okay. Oh, but I didn't draw my line down there. Isn't that smart? Okay. If y'all know of an easier way to do it, absolutely do it. My way is not the best way. It's not the only way. It's just the way I'm doing it. Okay, let's see how that fits. And that's going to be beautiful. Okay, before I do that, I want to ink this edge. Oh, I need to glue that down too. But we can do that in a minute. I think I want to go ahead and glue this shut. I'll glue this on there. Okay, and if you go over a little bit or whatever, it's okay. Just you can just trim it off. Just trim around it. There you go. Now, and there we have it. We have a pocket. Oh, I got to glue this down. All right, so now we're going to have a pocket here. And technically there's a pocket right here in between those. And I didn't even ink that crud. Let me do that real quick. So worried about getting that back piece done. I did it before. I inked that before I put this on, and I should have just waited. Okay, so now let's hold that down for a minute so it'll stick. All right, so now technically we have a pocket here. There's one in between, and then we have this side pocket right here. And that's all there is to making these, okay? So now I'm gonna do one that doesn't have a window, but we'll kind of pretend like, you know, it kind of does. You know, we'll make it look like it sort of does. So I'm gonna just get pieces of another kit. I'm thinking I want maybe that flower right there. All right, so we want this to look like, okay, we want this to look like it's a window. So I can cut some of this off. I know I can't cut straight. I got crooked eyes, so I'm gonna glue this down, and we're gonna pretend like that's a window. I could make a faux window, but this is gonna work just fine. This is a lot quicker, you know, than making a frame and all that. So, you know, we're just gonna go with this. Okay, so we're pretending like this is gonna be in the window. Now, if you want to, and if you have some plastic packaging or acetate or vellum or anything like that, you could put it over this right now and it would look almost identical to that. The only thing is when you put your tag in here that we'll make a couple weeks down the road, you won't see your tag in there. But it's okay because you still are going to have a pretty image. So now I'm going to take some of this same paper because I'm not going to waste anything, any scraps or anything. And I'm just going to tear just like we did before. Right about here. I'm going to go down as far as where my window would be. I'm going to tear across. And I don't have much edge here, so I can go really close to the edge over there to tear. So then I'm going to tear down. Get fatter and fatter as I go. Let's see. That's not quite far enough. All right. Let's just go to there. Okay. So now if you want to, you can ink this up a little bit, you know, to, you know, kind of tone it down so it's not so brilliant, so vibrant, I guess, you know, so it looks a little more aged, and that does look good like that. Okay. So now I'm going to take this piece and glue it on here. Now I think I told y'all in the video where I was announcing that we were going to do this challenge that I just lost my train of thought. Sorry about that, y'all. Maybe it'll come back to me. All right, that looks pretty good, y'all, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm not gonna worry about cutting that off right now. I didn't ink that. Oh, is it too late? Are you too stuck down? Yes, you are. Oh, please don't tear up. I bet y'all were yelling at me too. Oh, you didn't ink it, ink it. Well, it's late in the day, in my defense. You know, I've had such internet troubles today. But I'm here and I am trying. We are giving this the good old college try. Let me re-glue this. I mean, it's sticky, but I think I just need to just help take the top off, right? Okay. I have some new subscribers, and I want to say welcome. We're so glad to have you here. We have a loving group of people that watches the videos and loves on me and comments and everything, and we are glad to have you, and we hope that you will enjoy it here. And I would appreciate it if y'all would hit the notification bell so that you'd be notified every time I upload a video, and that you would hit the like button and like my video and share it if you feel like sharing it. Ooh, that would be pretty on there, but okay, let's see. All right, that would work, y'all. Let's see. Do I want to go all the way up or just to right there? Really doesn't matter. Let's just go to right there. Well, that looks awful, doesn't it? It's okay. We can make that work. It's okay. Okay, yep, that'll look fine. And so we'll tear this down a bunch. Okay, so now I want to make sure that I leave that right there, because this goes down and we want to make sure that stays covered. So I'm just going to tear that over there like that. And covering this bottom isn't necessary on this envelope because it had a bigger lip over here. Uh-oh. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, wait. Where did this go? Oh, this was for here. I just had a massive brain attack, I guess. Well, dang. I tore that wrong, huh? I don't even need that, do I? No. Okay, I bet y'all are really yelling at me today, aren't you? Dummy, you've already torn out a piece for that, and here you go trying to figure out something else. Yep. Little sidetracked, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really thinking about anything else. I don't have any concerns or worries or, Oh, I didn't ink it. I heard y'all. I heard y'all saying, Susie, ink it, ink it, ink it. Ooh, this is gooey. Probably should put some more on there since I've been handling it. I mean, it's sticking to me and everything else. It would probably be fine, but I would rather be safe than sorry. And if you aren't an inker, don't worry about it. Just, do you. Whatever is good for you. Don't let anybody influence your style. You do you. That's what I try to do, is I try to do me. And that's beautiful, isn't it, y'all? Okay. So, now I need to glue this little side here together. And, of course, we'll glue that down, too. But right now, I'm just worried about gluing this side down. Okay. So now I want to trace my piece out. Let's use this piece. Oh, yeah, that would be pretty, wouldn't it? I think I want that right about so I can cover it. We'll make that work. Well, I did that absolutely wrong, didn't I? This is how it's going to show, so I need to put it on here. This piece is just almost not good enough, but we're going to make it work. try this, see what happens. This may be a fail, but we'll see what happens. Oh, what am I thinking? You know what, I'm not going to worry about that. I can put a little piece under there. Nobody will know the difference but me and you, but y'all won't tell anybody I know. That'll work just fine. Okay, sorry I got quiet there for a minute. I was having to think through this thing, how I wanted to do it. I think that's absolutely gorgeous, y'all. I'm just going to trim around my edges, get everything evened up where it looks pretty. Just don't cut your envelope open. Oh, we need to glue that flap down. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay. I think it's time to get some more glue down. I have another bottle over there and went to use it earlier, and it was glue that I had thinned down to use as Mod Podge. I had glue everywhere. All right. I think that's a dead soldier. Well, I have this one right here, but I don't necessarily care for it too much, but let's just use it. Okay. So now I've got that glued down. So now, technically, we have two pockets here, one back and one in between. And then we have a pocket over here. Isn't that gorgeous? So one goes one way and one goes the other way. You know, could you tell that that's not really a window envelope? No, I mean, it looks great. So don't worry if you don't have window envelopes. And if there's writing or stuff on the back like mine, don't worry, because you're going to be gluing that to your page anyway. So isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so this is pretty wet. Oh, I didn't ink. I didn't ink the other one either, did I? Nope. That will make it look so much better. See, I have a little white showing up here. And really, you know, you could have put your edges in a little bit so it would have had a border, and that looks so good too. I just didn't. I'm really not measuring today. So I'm just kind of going with it the way it is. And I didn't ink that before I glued it down. Oh. Got that covered. Okay. Now, there we go. That looks better, doesn't it? Okay. So let's, I did ink that one. I did ink this. Oh, that's the other one. Whew. I'm out of sorts. I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. I'm sorry. I must be hungry and tired. I haven't had a bite to eat all day, I don't think. Nope. Been busy doing this and that, and I got pretty frustrated, you know, kept calling those internet people trying to get, you know, whatever it was resolved, and they called me, told me that it was fixed, and lo and behold, it went back out again, and, you know, then they, you know, send signals to your whatever router or whatever the thing is that they send it to. And, you know, so it resets everything, and it was just, you know, a pain several times. So anyway, now that's two of them done. Now, if y'all don't want to watch any more, feel free to run off on me. This is going to turn out to be 3 in an hour, and I apologize for that, but I did want to explain to y'all what I was doing. I think it's important to understand what we do and kind of why we do it, and if we have, you know, some problems or issues, how to deal with them. And so, you know, like this was not actually a window envelope, and now it looks like, just like, you know, the other ones do, you know, other than having the plastic on it. Like I said, you could use any kind of packaging, you know, to put over that before you put your pieces around, and then it looks, you know, more like a window envelope. Okay, now we just have this one left, and I don't know what I'm going to use on this. Let's see. I don't know if I can get her in there or not. I don't think I can. I think I can. Alright, so I know I want to cut. I don't know, I don't need to cut this big, but for right now, that's what I'm doing. Because I want to make sure I get her right in the center of that, or right over here where that is. And I missed it all the way, didn't I? Yep, I sure did. Because I'm drawing on the wrong page. That's so special. I don't care. Alright, so let's try this again. Well, that's not straight. Of course, it doesn't have to be straight, but okay. I want her right about there, I think. Well, now I've got that on the wrong side. I can see her. I can see her. All right, let's go for it. Let's just go for it. Okay. And it does help with your time if you're using the same kind of papers or the same scrap pile, you know, to make these. I'm actually using, you know, all new papers. And so, you know, it's trying to figure out, you know, what I'm going to use with what instead of just kind of going with it. If you're going with the Christmas theme, really, you know, just about any 2 papers or 4 papers or 10 papers will go together. So, you know, you don't have to really worry about that. Let's see how that's going to look. Oh, that'll look good. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. I can trim that off after. So I just want to cut this bottom off. See how she fits up in there. And it's almost perfect, so. Just check. That'll look nice, won't it? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue her down in there. Open this back up. Oh, can you just cooperate just a little bit for me? You go in there so good without glue. I'm gonna cut that corner off if you don't behave. Make sure she looks good. She looks pretty good. Okay, and mash her down. I can trim this excess off. I could wait till the end. Okay, that looks pretty. Okay, so let's see what I can tear off of here to use any of it, right? Well, I probably want to use this over here, so maybe I should do that first. Yeah, let's do that first. So, I'll cut this right about here. And then I'm going to tear this right about here. Then those flowers will be covered up, isn't it? Yeah, well, it's okay. It's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. I didn't ink it. Did not ink it. Oh my Lord, where's my brain today? Guess it's on break. Guess it is on break. I got in a new little cutter thing, a new blade that you put on your finger to do your cuts with. Instead of having to use these, I can just put it on my finger and make cuts. So I'm really excited to try that. And Joanne over at Drilling Adventures got one too today. And so I have not heard from her yet to find out how she likes hers or if she's even had a chance to try it. Let's see. Guess I'll put... All right. Yeah, let's do this piece first, I think. Yeah, let's do this piece first. I need to trim this little piece off right there. Okay. Then we want to, right? I had that right to start with. Okay. I want to thank y'all so much for being here. I tell you all the time how much I appreciate you and how honored I feel that y'all are my subscribers. I mean, I just can't even believe that anybody would want to watch me. And y'all have been so loving and so kind and so supportive. And, you know, when I had that tragedy in my family, the love that y'all showed was just amazing. Okay, so that'll go on there. And so what piece do I want here? I might have to piece that up there a little bit. That wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? All right, I guess I'll figure this one out first. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I'll just put that right there. All right, let's put that little baby down. I didn't ink it either, did I? Oh, what is wrong with me, y'all? I think I'm just anxious because, you know, I try so hard to get these videos done, and I try to share as much as I can, you know, of why I'm doing what I'm doing, and, you know, things, just alternate ways you can do things, that I get so frustrated when it doesn't turn out right, and having the internet troubles that I had today. I really wanted to tear that edge. I don't think it really matters much, does it? Let's just do it. Okay, that's far enough because you won't be able to see that with the window closed. I mean, yeah. Okay. So let's re-glue this again. I don't think I've ever re-glued so much in my whole life. Oh, I didn't ink it. Oh, my Lord. What in the world is wrong with me? Somebody just shoot me and put me out of your misery. One of my wonderful subscribers was teasing me about the way I say Monday, and I don't know how else to say it. And so we kind of had a little chuckle about that. I don't need much. Maybe I'll just go with, like, a piece of this. And so I kept looking at the word and looking at the word, and I guess you're supposed to say Monday. Mon. I don't know. I say mon, and I guess it's mon, but Monday. I'll never get that right. Sorry, y'all. I mean, yeah, I can't. I just can't. Sorry. Ink it, dummy. I think that's another thing that's throwing me off. You know, the ones who've been with me for a little while know that I try to prep everything beforehand, and so I don't like to ink or sew or anything on video because, you know, I don't want to waste your time watching me sew things and ink things and, you know, whatever. So that'll be all right. Yeah, that looks good, actually. All right, so we'll just trim this excess off up here so it looks a little more straight. Oh, yeah, that looks really a lot better. And I'm going to put this piece on here. Okay. Okay, tomorrow we will do 3 more of one of these other ones, of this one. Yeah, wait a minute. I don't know what we're doing. Anyway, we'll be doing 3 more tomorrow. Here we go. Not this one. The other parts of this one. I don't know, y'all. I've got stuff buried there. Here it is. This one. We'll be doing this one tomorrow. And I'll go ahead and have everything kind of pre-sized so that, you know, y'all don't have to watch me painstakingly try to kind of cut them down to size. So, you know, if you want to prep in advance, just kind of measure your envelope, like, you know, how big is it? And say this one is like 3 7/8. And so I would probably want to cut a piece, maybe about 4 inches, 4 1/4, so that I could tear my edges if I want them torn, or if I want them straight, then I can go ahead and cut those, and then all we have to do is tear around them. So, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to prep. I think I'm going to glue this whole flap shut. That's new. I just think it, you know, reinforces this this piece together, because envelopes are, you know, really kind of flimsy, and this will make this a whole lot thicker to tuck in and out of instead of having that open like it is on the other ones. I like it like that better. Is that funny right there? It does. Okay. All right, that looks good. Now we just want to glue this down. And then, of course, we have our pocket here, and we're going to have a pocket here, and I need to put a little bit of glue on this side right there. And I covered her up just a little bit too much, but that's okay. I didn't ink that first. Oh, my Lord. I guess I need to, during this series, probably get used to inking on camera a little bit. I just don't normally do it. All right, so let's see if there's enough glue over there. But anyway, she's still kind of peeking through. I did, you know, tear my pieces a little big, but if I try to take it off now, I'm not going to be able to ink that up good. I could try it, I guess, and see what I can come up with, because I really liked her. If it looks bad, I can always stick an embellishment over it, right? That's a little bit better, isn't it? Yeah, it looks better. Okay, I'll ink that in a minute. Let it dry some. All right, I need to make sure that glues down that little corner here and underneath. There we go. Okay. Now I want to do this side right, this edge right here. This piece is not sticking. Oh, I didn't glue it all the way. There's no glue on that. What was I thinking? Oh, that's the inside of the envelope. You dummy. You big dummy. No. Oh, my Lord. No wonder there wasn't any glue in there. No, that's the... Okay, I'm fixing to quit. I'm fixing to quit. I'm just about to give up. No, really, I'm not. I will not be defeated. Not today. Not ever. All right, let's get that down like it's supposed to be. I really don't know what happened there, but boy, I messed up, didn't I? It's okay. It's all fixed now. Everything's lovely. We're having a lovely time in my craft room, right? And I am so sticky. All right, I told you we were going to save these pieces that we cut off, so I'm going to try to stick a little bit of ink around her right here, just to kind of cover up those little white places. I think that kind of did the trick, don't y'all? Okay. And then we'll ink around the edges, and we will call this one finished. And then I promise tomorrow we'll do 3 of those. Whether it's 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever it takes, we'll get them done. You know, it was just a challenge. It didn't mean you had to do it. Of course, you know, if I didn't get them done in the 15, so I guess that's a fail for me. But I think we had fun today. I think this is great. I'm enjoying the process. You know, I think it was kind of important to share with you about, you know, mass making your pieces, kind of doing in the assembly line style. You know, do kind of all your cutting at one time, all your folding at one time, you know, your gluing at one time, and it makes things go really fast, and you can produce a lot of pieces in a short amount of time instead of just doing one piece at a time. So there are the pieces that we made today. Right there. And I'm not sure which one is my favorite. Maybe the one that's not even really an envelope. I mean, a window. I don't know. I like them all. I really, really do. Y'all tell me below which one you like the best. I think they're beautiful. I'm really, really happy with those. So, we ended up with a tuck here and a pocket here. And these are going to be beautiful. And do not make your tags for these yet. We'll do that like in weeks to come. We're going to do all of our pockets and tucks first. And then we're going to go back and make tags and stuff for them. And then we will go back and embellish them. So, anyway, y'all, that was great. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here. If you're just visiting my channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Please give me a thumbs up, a like, and leave me a comment below. Let me know that you're new. I'm so happy you're here. And those of you who are my new subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those of you who are not new, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. Okay, y'all, until tomorrow, blessings and hugs. Bye.